many chartered accountants are into script writing also. Like, you must have seen Half CA. It was written by a person who is also a CA because he could
Okay.
understand the nitty gritty of a chartered
Okay.
accountant. जैसे वो हरिवंश राय की कविता है ना कि कोशिश करने वालों की हार नहीं
हार नहीं
होती.
होती, करेक्ट. Ladies and gentlemen, my guest for today is a TEDx speaker, chartered accountant, stands as an exemplar of excellence and service. As the founder of his own firm, Deepak Lala and Company, his journey has been nothing short of remarkable, and his commitment to the betterment of society is truly, truly commendable. He is recipient of outstanding contribution as a CA to MSMEs by World Association of Small and Medium Enterprises. Ladies and gentlemen, he is a regular contributor to direct taxes update in the monthly newsletter of WIRC of ICAI. His commitment to professional development extends beyond his own career. He is an active Rotarian and works for the betterment of society. Ladies and gentlemen, meet with me none other than Mr. Deepak Raj Murarilal Lala.
Thank you, madam.
Hello, sir.
Hello.
कैसे हैं आप?
I am good.
Great.
Great.
चलिए तो वी शैल स्टार्ट.
Yes.
यस सर, सबसे पहला मेरा सवाल आपको ये रहेगा दैट आई एम श्योर दैट यू हैव बीन एन इंस्पिरेशन आइडल फॉर नॉट जस्ट वन बट मेनी, बट डेफिनेटली सर आपका काफ़ी ऐसा मोड़ होगा करियर में, एवरीथिंग. मतलब मैं अभी स्टार्ट करने से पहले ये जानना चाहूँगी हाउ फार यू हैव कम, क्या अप्स एंड डाउन्स थे, कैसा था आपका जर्नी, प्लीज़ कुछ बताइए अपने जर्नी के बारे में.
So basically, it was right from the childhood that the things started shaping up.
करेक्ट.
The first and foremost was the way the mother was giving me all the inspiration. Yeah, every child, the first inspiration are their parents.
करेक्ट.
So in my case also, both my mother and father had a pivotal role to play.
ओके.
It was, right from my childhood when the first time I had a interaction with the finance was through the banking activities.
ओके.
It was my mother who taught me, how to deposit the money in bank, how to fill up
Okay.
the pay slips,
ओके.
how to make the fixed deposits,
नाइस.
how to withdraw money from the bank. So it was through her that I learned. Even, the share market, earlier the share prices used to come in the newspaper.
करेक्ट.
So in newspaper, she told me that in the bracket, it is the last, the earlier days closing.
करेक्ट.
Then we have the today's closing price, opening price, today's days high, days low. So it was her who taught me the share market thing.
Wow, that's a great
Yeah.
one.
And the most important part was, I remember distinctly, I must be in 7th or 8th standard.
Okay.
So I asked her some question.
Right.
So she said, let me just, because she was drying the clothes.
Okay.
So she said that, let me have a talk with you. She said, I have never gone to school. So I was literally shocked to, hear
What,
it.
really?
Yeah. She had never been to school. So on that day, really, when she said this, I was literally in tears. I cried. I told her that my intention was not to ask you a difficult question which you were not able to answer. You could have simply said that I don't know.
Correct.
My intention was not to judge your capability or judge your education.
Right.
So she said this was my limitation. I wanted you to be clear about the limitation that I have got.
Correct.
I have never been to school, and that is the fact.
Right.
So it was such a different feeling for me that in spite of she not going to school, she has taught me so many things. And even the fixed deposits, calculation of interest,
Right.
how the fixed deposits are going to mature,
Right.
like small nitty gritties she used to teach me, and that was the foundation of my chartered accountancy, you
Okay.
can say. In case of my father used to go to city civil court. So during my summer vacations, I remember it must be ninth and 10th standard when I first went to City Civil Court and I saw the court and how the judges are sitting. So वो starting में जैसे फिल्मी का रहता है ना, तो that was totally shattered. I said, Papa, the court in the real life and what we see in the film is totally different.
Right.
So there are no dialogues of that sort. So it was really a different
Right.
experience. And I visited the judge's personal chamber, and I could understand how we have to present ourselves, how we have to maintain the decorum before him, before the judge. So those many nitty gritties were again a foundation, because as a chartered accountant we represent our case of the client before the tribunal also. So that had been the foundation for me. And afterwards in 12th standard, my father gave me an opportunity of having first brush with the CA firm.
Okay.
So during my 12th exams, after completing my 12th exams, I enrolled just as an apprentice to learn the CA, how
Okay.
the CAs are working.
Right.
So I remember it was in the month of April that they were into bank audits. So my
That's
first,
how you got into
yeah,
this.
that I got into this.
Right, right, right. Yeah, please.
Yeah, yeah. So basically, during that time, after completing my 12th, I went to CA's office. He gave me the assignment of bank audit. Then I got to know how the bank audits are being done. I really got interested
Right.
how the audits are being done. And that is when I decided that I will like to join the CA course.
course.
And it was a golden opportunity because at that point of time, the foundation course was introduced. So we could pursue the college education
Right.
as well as the CA together simultaneously.
Right.
And my college had been very, Mulund College of Commerce, I must really appreciate the way the college professors have supported me. And they were always encouraging that, Deepak, you are doing the good job. It is difficult, but it is not impossible.
Impossible.
Because before stepping into CA course, I was really not aware that it is so difficult that the passing percentage is very low.
Right.
And it is regarded as one of the difficult courses in the world.
Definitely it is.
So my college professors have always been very encouraging that Deepak, you can do it.
Great.
So I'm really, and it is because of the blessings of elders, professors, and my boss that I could complete my CA before the age of 21.
Great. Sir, can you share a personal experience or life lesson that has significantly shaped your approach to business and leadership?
So, when I joined this CA course, we have this practical training. Like we do the education as well as we are supposed to do articleship.
Correct.
Now, when I was doing articleship, as a trainee, I used to study a lot of businesses. I used to see their accounting because earlier, it was a time when it was not only a computerized accounting.
Okay.
People were writing the books of accounts by hand.
Okay.
And because of that, I could understand and interact with the accountants, with the business houses. I could understand the difficulties they undergo, how in the business it's not an easygoing thing. There are a lot of ups and downs in the business also. They have to take care of the finance, they have to take care of the marketing, they have to take care of the production, they have to take care of the purchases. And stock is something which always person feels that मेरा जितना जल्दी stock खत्म होता है,
बिल्कुल.
that is the profit.
Correct.
So a lot of things I learned, and I could understand the ground realities of the business. And basically, at that time, the concept of startup was not there. Everyone who was starting the business was an entrepreneur. But now there are classifications. Now this is a startup, then this is a unicorn, this is a industry.
Correct.
So earlier, that kind of classification was not there. So as the time grow, we have different classifications.
Correct.
But it was my good luck that I could see how the books are written manually also, how the books are written manually in Gujarati, and it is known as Jama Udar. So it's a reverse of debit and credit. And then I could also see the gradual transition into complete computerization of accounts. And now the technology is increasing so far that we are having automation, then we are having machine learning, lot of things are there.
Okay. Now, sir, that you've come a long way, you have started your own company, that is Deepak Lala and Company. Sir, could you please tell us that what has been the most challenging aspect of building this firm, and how did you overcome it? As in, was there if there was any mistakes or anything that back then you thought that if I wouldn't have made this mistake, then would have been somewhere or
See,
anything.
basically, mistakes are always, a learning experience.
Correct.
As we say, failures are a stepping stone to success.
Correct.
So, in mistakes, it may be certain missing aspects. I may not say it is a totally a mistake. See, errors do creep in, but I have tried my best to be very particular about my clients. Right from the very beginning, I always understand the client's business. Since it was during my articleship period, also I go beyond the what is apparent from the accounts,
Correct.
and it is always my on the back of the mind. I always think that how the client will get more benefit, not in terms of only income tax, but mostly on terms of my advice also.
Correct.
Like I may advise about their business, how they can manage their finance in a better way. And one thing which I have been following right from my early stages, I try to educate my clients about accounting, because once the client is aware of the accounting, then the entire things change. So initially, when the client gets associated with me for the first time, I make it sure that I spend more time with him, making him understand how
Correct.
the things are being worked out, how the things are being put in the accounts,
Bilkul.
and that's how he gives me good output then, because once he understands the basics, then he always appreciates, okay, now I'm able to understand, now I'm able to understand this. And many times nowadays what is happening is the clients are more keen to increase their profitability. That's what I
Okay.
have observed. They are not into, they don't mind paying good amount of tax also. Now the things have changed. They feel that I should have good profitability. Now SME IPOs are also coming up, so we advise our clients also to go for SME IPOs. The more the profitability, the more the valuation of business. So that's how we always educate our clients.
Okay. Sir, now looking at the field of accounting, how has it evolved over the years? How was it before? How is it now? And what key trends should professional be aware of?
So as I said, earlier there were all the books were mostly handwritten.
Correct.
Even I remember during my bank audit times, I used to see all the ledgers. Those big books were written manually by most of the bankers. And
Bankers.
now this bank also has gone into computerization. Not only computerization, now it is digitalization. Moreover, now we are also able to do the things on mobile. So now many of the apps are available where we can do even the accounting on our mobile. And now there is artificial intelligence. We have Chat GPT.
Correct.
Our institute is also working hard on how the Chat GPT or artificial intelligence can shape the future of our accountancy, finance, and taxation. Even on the income tax part, tax authorities are applying increasing amount of
Correct.
money and time is being given for the artificial intelligence. Now time will come when we are having more of machine learning, like
Correct.
how the machine will be able to automate the transactions of a routine nature, like daily purchase, sale, even collection, payment, everything is going to be automated.
Right.
Based on the transaction, immediately the entries are going to pass.
Sir, as you just said about the technology, my next question, I mean, anything that I want to ask you would be the next thing, that how technology is helping, evolve the, uh, if you say the field of accounting. Could you please tell us that is it important, for future? So anything on that?
Yeah, so basically now if you see, even our tax filings are all computerized. We
Correct.
have e-filing. Gone are the days when we used to visit the income tax office and we used to file the returns. Even the tax credit is being done from the automation, because we are able to take credit based on the entries which are available with the
Right.
income tax department. Even the company's MCA portal is available where we do the online filing. Even GST online filing is there. So the trend is evolving now. Increasingly, the future generation of chartered accountants, they will have to adopt to the technology.
Correct.
They should be able to guide the people who are actually in technology, so that ERP, enterprise resource planning, which was the first step for the automation. We have this SAP ERP. So now it is going to go in a very advanced stage where machine learning and artificial intelligence will play a crucial role, and we as a chartered accountant will be giving inputs and how for accounting, taxation, and finance, the artificial intelligence can be helpful, and how the software developers should take the modules and develop it. So
Right.
we are going to give a very good input to them.
Great.
Yeah.
Sir, whenever we talk about our profession, though it is service or it is business or professionals, you know, just to know from you that we all have idols, right? We all have people who have inspired us over the years. We look up to somebody. May I please know from you that was
Yeah.
there anyone you looked up to?
I take inspirations from many people.
Okay.
Earlier there was a Nani Palkhiwala.
Okay.
So Nani Palkhiwala was a person, who changed the entire, scenario of the taxation.
Okay.
People used to, rush to him for understanding the law.
Right.
And he also, as a mentor, used to, teach everything about income tax. I remember during the budget, after the budget, when he used to give presentation, we used to have crowd in the Brabant Stadium. So he's a very great inspiration to me, and there are many such people from whom I have been inspired. Even as I told you, my parents, though they were not actually qualified, but based on their shared belief, they have taught me so many things. And even the college professors, each one of them have shaped me, and
Right.
each one of them is idol. It's not necessary the idol has to be a celebrity. He can be a family member.
Definitely.
Yeah.
They are a celebrity to
Yeah,
you.
yeah. They are celebrity.
Right, right, right. Also, sir, now that we know that definitely CA is one of the most difficult courses that you can get into, but definitely there are also good things about it. That is, CA is definitely, if you see, it's a highly paid, you call it a job or you call it your business or whatever, but it's definitely giving you a good money. Secondly, I think gives you a lot of, I think, reputation also at the same time, that if there's a person walking in the room, oh, he's a CA, we always have that thing on their mind, oh, he's a CA. So could you please tell us that is it true? I mean, that it is definitely a high paid business or a professional income, and you know what is it being a CA for
See,
you?
basically, what happens, the way the CA course is designed,
Right.
where we are, literally doing the theoretical education as well as practical
Correct.
education. That is the best combination which we have. And it is not post learning that we are doing the training. It is
Okay.
during the training itself we are exposed to the practical life.
Okay.
So that is one of the strong foundation of a CA. And definitely, not necessarily that every CA is into practice. Many of the chartered accountants have been a great entrepreneurs. If you see Kumar Mangalam Birla, he has been a chartered accountant.
Correct.
And he has openly, accepted the fact that being a CA, it has given him lot of valuable inputs, and it has given him an edge into business. Secondly, even if you see lot of people like Shekhar Kapoor, he's a chartered accountant, but he's into filmmaking.
Right.
So people are going in a diverse trend also. Nowadays, I have seen many chartered accountants are into script writing also. Like, you must have seen Half CA. It was written by a person who is also a CA, because he
Okay.
could understand the nitty-gritty of a chartered
Okay.
account.
Okay.
So a lot of things are happening, and definitely, as you say, because the way the chartered accountancy course is being designed, it creates humbleness. It gives, it's very difficult to find a CA who will be in a air, because he is always grounded. And chartered accountant, definitely, as you mentioned, it commands a lot of respect.
Right.
And it is our duty that we maintain the credibility of profession by putting in our maximum efforts for the upliftment of the profession.
Can you discuss any recent developments
Huh.
in direct tax laws that businesses and individuals should pay attention to, and how these changes might impact their financial planning?
So a good question. Basically, nowadays what is happening is, first of all, the government is putting lot of emphasis on the new tax regime.
Correct.
So new tax regime does away with lot of exemptions and deductions. So there are pros and cons of it. The pros is that, a lot of deductions, government feels that going from international point of view, the international authorities feel that India is more of giving exemptions and deductions to the people. That should
Correct.
not be given.
Okay.
But there are certain cons also to it, like the savings concept, because when we are having deductions of 1,50,000 for investments,
Okay.
so now they are done away with for the new regime. So in fact, my suggestion is that even if it is done away with, earlier what used to happen was people were forced to invest. So at least the
Okay.
investment and savings were happening just
Okay.
for the purpose of claiming the income tax exemption and deductions.
Hmm.
Now, especially when the new regime is promoting or doing away with the deductions and exemptions, the people should not forget that that is done away with for some other reasons. They should still continue to invest and make savings their habit. Nowadays, increasing trend is that people are overspending. Most of the people have the loans and the EMIs going
Correct.
on. So I think that is first thing. Second thing is, so far as income tax is concerned, nowadays the importance is given more to the business people, and they are promoting that people should become an entrepreneur. So the people should take advantage of it, and they should see to it that they are giving government good amount of tax by increasing the profitability, which will help them to go for SME IPOs also. So these are two, three things which I feel that, again, one more thing which is happening is the MSME payment issue. So government should also consider the MSME payment issue is,
Correct.
it is having side effects also. Like MSME people are not getting, now for last 6-7 months they have been struggling to get even the contracts signed by the large companies, because large companies feel that if they are not going to make the payment in a timely manner, the entire expenses will get disallowed.
Okay, okay. And sir, any piece of advice you'd like to give all the young professionals who want to build their careers into accounting and finance industry?
So nowadays the trend is most of the students after completing the CA are not going for practice; they are going for industry.
Okay.
So many times what happens, the structure of the CA is that you are doing education also, as well as the practical training. So many times what I have seen with the new entrants is they are not giving attention to the practical training.
Okay.
They feel that this practical training is not going to help them out when they are going for industry or a corporate job.
Okay.
So my piece of advice is you take the practical training very seriously, irrespective of the fact whether you're doing a practice or you're not going for practice, because this
Correct.
is going to help you understand the future accounting and finance, because this is the basic. So they should not take up the practical training leniently. They should put in their efforts. I remember during my articleship days, it was a lot of hard work and struggle. We
Okay.
used to work even till 1 o'clock in the night. We used to catch the last train available,
Oh,
and we used to do our studies also parallelly. We used to attend our college also. So a lot of efforts were being put in. It's not necessary that many of my batchmates, they have joined corporate companies also,
right.
but what we have seen is the kind of seriousness that during my time the students were giving, or me as a student also,
Okay.
that I find it missing, because they feel that they are not anyway going for practice, and
Correct.
this is not going to help them.
Help them.
But I will tell them that because of the structure of the CA, they should give equal attention to the practical training, irrespective of the fact whether they are going for practice or they are
Right.
not going for practice.
Okay. Sir, we would want to know from the expert, our viewers want to know, and everybody who's listening to this podcast want to know that what is that one mantra or anything that you follow in your life?
So the main mantra is that we should always put in our 100%, not fearing about what the results are going to be.
Right.
We should always focus on giving our 100%. And second thing is that whatever are the results, we should accept it, and we should find out what is missing.
Missing.
जैसे वो हरिवंश राय की कविता है ना, कि कोशिश करने वालों की हार
हार
नहीं
नहीं
होती.
होती, correct.
So, there is also a concept of 20% success out of 100%
Correct.
efforts.
बिल्कुल.
So, 80% of the thing is going to go waste. So, we should not worry that our 80% is going waste.
Waste.
There is a concept of wastage also. Even if you see the nature,
हाँ.
even in birds,
Absolutely.
yeah, even in the
yes.
birds, they also know that their 100% our efforts are not
Correct.
going to pay the
बिल्कुल.
benefit, but still they put in 100%. So
Correct,
that is
correct.
the only advice I would like to give.
All right. Thank you very much for the great piece of advice.
Thank
I'm
you.
sure that even I am going to follow, and there are a lot of people who are going to follow now. And if you are not, then do follow from now onwards, right? So thank you very much,
Thank you.
sir, Deepak sir. It was lovely talking to you, and all the very best to
Thank you.
you.
Thank you so much.